teaching her nitrous.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Thomas here, and I'm bringing back another YouTube video, and today we're going to be doing something different. So we're here at my buddy Trey's house. He has a Fox body and a 5.0 that's pushing nitrous. And then we have my piece of shit car. Well, we're going to be working on cars today. So currently we have my girlfriend's car all up on jack stand. And here's her Subaru. But the thing that we're going to be installing is bags. How you feel about it, babe?
We're teaching her nitrous.
So we got all of our wheels off on all the sides, and now we're just gonna start disassembling everything and getting everything ready to go so that way we can put the bags on. And it's just us three installing it, so things could either get real smooth or real fucked up. Don't know which one it's gonna be yet. Stock ass engine though. I'm kidding. But before we go ahead and continue that, let me show you guys the Fox body and the Mustang. So this is my buddy's 5.0, all blacked out, love it. It's pushing nitrous, and it's probably one of the only Mustangs that I actually thoroughly enjoy. Fox body, well, as you guys can tell from the front end, everything's pulled from it. Everything. All right, so let's not waste any more time. Let's get back to working on the car. All right, so we got one strut out. We got the rear out at least. But now we're gonna try and continue to go onto the other side and also take it off on the other side. So we got the strut out from the driver's side rear. We had to actually disconnect the trailing arm, which made life 10 times easier to get this thing out. But we're gonna try and get this side out since we know how to do it now efficiently. Hopefully this one will take us less time. So far I can tell from looking underneath of the car that running the airlines is gonna be somewhat of a bitch if I run them underneath, but I might run them within the car now because that seems like it might be the better option. The fronts I'm not really that worried about. They're pretty straightforward, you know, 2 bolts, 1 bolt in the back, and she's taking selfies. But also, big shout out to Trey for actually giving me a hand with all this and actually letting me his garage to use as well, because without this, I'd be working outside and it's not exactly warm out. We got the second one out of the rear. But we're also installing this on our car. Yeah, we decided to put nitrous, actually go fast. Thanks to this man. It's like, nah, she doesn't need nitrous, but there's the rears. Let's go ahead and install the rears of the newer ones. So here's these, and we can go ahead and then work on the fronts after. Should be pretty easy to install. Just not looking forward to it. Also, side note, I've hit my elbow so many times on the floor, and my hands are all dirty and scuffed up now because I bashed them on the fucking brakes. And now he's playing with my bags because he just had to air.
To figure it out.
It's really not that hard. We did get one of the struts in for the rear. It's a significant difference from these going to that because they are obviously a whole lot shorter. So you're gonna be low, babe. She's nervous. She doesn't like the camera. She doesn't like it. It's fine. This is all going in the video. She's gonna kill me. So now that we have the fronts installed, it was a bitch. We broke something. Doesn't surprise me. So we broke the back of this tab, so we had to just rig it with a different bolt and nut. And here's the piece that broke off, actually. Here are the stock front struts, and then the rears, obviously. But this one obviously gave us more of a hassle than the other side because we did this one first, and then the other side was super easy. So now I just need to attach the serrated lines to the fronts, and I believe the rears also came with serrated lines. I'm unsure, I can't remember off the top of my head. We have to find the fittings for them, as well as, yeah, the serrated line. Oh no, these aren't the serrated lines. Oh, there they are. Here's the serrated lines. Same with the fronts and the rears. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to doing that, and then we can go into the trunk, and put the tank, the compressor, the management, and run all the lines. Okay, so update now. We smashed some Taco Bell, which was absolutely bomb. We have the power wires all ran up to the battery, so that way that can easily be installed. But we're at a slight tricky part in this whole situation currently. Oh shit, this is the wrong camera. So she has Rolls-Royce headliner, which goes all the way out and up and into her roof. but we're trying to tuck it because it was sitting here and it just didn't keep the floor flush. So we're trying to conceal it behind this wall, and it's just not working.
Shit sucks.
We've tried duct tape, we've tried this Gorilla 3M double-sided tape that can hold up to 30 pounds. That isn't working. It's just not going well. Just hide that, and that's kind of stopped production. But I'm about to do the airlines for all the bags. At least still make some progress with the airlines and hopefully get that finished up. Because once the airlines are installed, then we just gotta install the trunk stuff and then we're done. Right, honey? Okay. So let's get to it. So we ran into another dilemma. Trey here actually got the trunk figured out, which I can actually show you. So it's all taped up and everything's attached in there, all perfectly fine. So now it's gonna be tucked away with no problems. But like I said, we've had a problem now that we've ran into that we can't figure out what the hell or how to even fix it. So we didn't account for putting the fitting onto here, which the fitting's right there. And it's just now not working with us to get it on there to be tight because it's just a dangling line. Shit. So we do have the fronts on. We have the front driver's side and the front passenger side connector on, but this is where the problem is. They didn't send us any for the rears. They sent us the smaller size, the 1/4 inch, but we're trying to run 3/8 lines. So now we can't do the rears, but we can do everything besides the rears. But I do have a friend who works with air fitting and everything like that on whatever he works on with. He said that he has those fittings at his job. So tomorrow in the morning, we're actually gonna go to his work to get them because Kyla needs her car by tomorrow night for work. So yeah, bit of a problem. But regardless, we can still do a whole lot more besides the rears. So we can do basically everything besides the rears in testing, obviously. So this is her trunk setup. We have the air tank, management, and the compressor hidden behind. And obviously we're gonna run everything all behind it, so that way it's all hidden and you can't see it from when you're looking at it in the trunk like this. So you're not gonna be able to see jack diddly squat. Trey though is actually running the lines through the front, and we're gonna run the 2 front lines through the inside of the car, and then we're gonna run the rears through these little weather holes. Okay, we're gonna run it through that one. I thought there was one over there, but apparently it's not the same. This is a problem. Not really a problem, but we're gonna run the airlines through here for the rears. That way we don't have to drill and it'll be sealed. So the front airline is gonna come through here, and the other front line for the passenger side is gonna go through there, through the side, up again, and it's gonna run through here and then all the way into the wheel well. So that way we can connect it to there. So like I said, we can basically do absolutely everything besides the rears and testing, which kind of sucks.
Do you take it open sitting on my ass?
No. No.
Except for the one where my ass was in the video. Okay.
But it's 1:04 a.m. right now, and we started this actually at 12:30 in the afternoon, more like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I can tell you this, we've made some good progress. We're taking some breaks here and there, but nothing really major of a break. But I'll give you guys an update again once I figure out what we're doing with the lines and everything, or at least when the lines are done, basically. Hold up, pause. Before anyone says in comments down below saying that Kyla didn't work on the car herself at all in any way, shape, or form, I just want to let everyone know this is the first time she's ever worked on a car, and being supervised by Trey and myself, she actually did a good bit of work on her own car with us supervising her. So props to you, Kyla. I'm happy that we could teach you what to do on your car. So I can say now that day one is done with everything that we have right now. So we have the front lines ran. We don't have anything tightened down. We just have them 2 length basically, and we're gonna run the lines up inside the fender liner and into the connectors. Shout out to Trey for, running those. He did a whole lot actually. But here we have the other airline ran. But we don't have everything in place, like I said, just like the other side. And unlike my car, we're not actually running the airlines underneath with the brake lines, which is what I did for my car because it just worked out so much better that way. And also it was the first car that I've ever bagged. And now that I have a whole lot more knowledge with this and everything, well, we're not running airlines on the outside of the car anymore. We run these jaunts on the inside of the door trims and everything like that, and inside underneath the floor and carpet with the other lines and going up and out through into a grommet to the fender. And then back here we have the slack line for when we put in the actual setup and the management and all this and that, and same with this slack line for that. So day one is done. We can't put the actual trunk back together yet till we get those rear fittings in, which is literally the only reason that's stopping us from actually finishing the job, which kind of sucks. But it happens, it is what it is, and you know, we'll continue this, well, today. And guys, can I get a time clock? What time is it?
It is 1:50.
And it's 1:50, so about 13 hours of working on the car, and we got a lot done. And tomorrow we should be done before 6 p.m.
So that was a fucking lie.
We'll go ahead and I'll finish up the part 2 tomorrow. So with that being said, y'all, that's gonna conclude for day 1. I'm gonna, so with that is going to conclude everything that we've done today. Like I said, part 2 will be the video tomorrow, so be sure on the lookout for that, and you guys can see the final product of this car and everything that we've done. Once again, shout out to Kyla and Trey especially for letting me use the garage, because without him, I would still be doing this out in the cold weather because it's only like 40-some degrees out. So thank you guys again, and Kyla, your car is gonna look good after it's done. So with that being said, y'all, I hope y'all have a beautiful night, a wonderful day tomorrow. And as always, doses.